This is the Tata Medical Center in Kolkata, India. It is not just one of the finest medical institutions in the world today. Much more than that, it stands tall as a beacon of hope and emancipation for thousands of individuals whose lives come to a sudden standstill once they are diagnosed with cancer. In 2011, when this beautiful medical institution opened its doors, it just had 100 beds. Over the last decade, that capacity has grown more than 4 times. It has received admiration, accolades, and the trust and respect of thousands of patients and families whose lives have been brought back on track by the team that works relentlessly to make it all happen. But behind all this, there has always been the silent resilience, the committed sadhana, the mesmeric karmyogi of a humble man and his even more silent and humble wife, a couple we all love, Mrs. Anu Chandi and Padmshree Dr. Mammen Chandi. Many of us would refuse to believe that this onerous responsibility to build and nurture a fine institution like the Tata Medical Center was kept on Dr. Chandi's strong shoulders only after he had retired from his long and successful career in the field of hematology. It is indeed amazing to see the relentless dedication that this man has for building institutions and for healing suffering. Healing the suffering of patients such as my own father and sister, both of whom got new leash of life under his and his team's expert care. But I don't stand here today as the son or the brother of patients who were treated by Dr. Chandi. I stand here today as someone who's curious to understand what is it that keeps Dr. Chandi going. What is it that drives him? I stand here today as someone who is asking a question. What is it that a person of Dr. Chandi's stature can still want from life? From an interview of Dr. Chandi, I came to know that he continues to be moved by the mission and the vision to see even more patients being served, more beds, upgraded facilities, donor programs implemented. And even as this beautiful couple prepare to retreat from their home in Kolkata to another home down south, we know that Dr. Chandi and Mrs. Anu Chandi will keep serving. But to answer the question, what does a man of his nature still want? We now have with us the great man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Padmshree Dr. Mammen Chandi.
When I retired in 2009, the question came to me as to what am I going to do after retirement. And a religious person told me from the Bible that even after retirement, you have to make the tent bigger. He said, you stretch out the poles and make the tent bigger. And another person told me, says, God will open windows for you to do more in your life after you retire. So the last 12 years in Kolkata have been particularly rewarding because we have been able to see a really beautiful institution come up here. And one of my greatest joys was to work with developing the landscaping and the trees. We went to a nursery 100 kilometers from Calcutta. We bought trees in tubs, and when you take them out of the tub and put them into the soil, they literally shoot up because the roots now have been freed from their confinement and are now free to explore the soil. So I have really enjoyed seeing this campus become beautiful, and it has been a pleasure to put together a cancer center where the highest quality of care, the best equipment, the latest diagnostic techniques and treatment are available for patients. So what do I want now? I don't want anything for myself anymore. I don't need a BMW or an Audi to be happy. So I don't need anything more. But I would like what we started in Calcutta to continue and to further prosper so that patients will get the highest possible care available for cancer, that we can start helping people prevent cancer and allow families to cope with the devastation that comes on them when a diagnosis of cancer is made. And for that, everybody in the team needs to be compassionate and caring as they deal with the patients. So that's one of the things I want to do. So I want Tata Medical Center to continue to be a beacon for patients with cancer and to develop further and maintain standards. For myself, I want to go back to Vellore and I want to do some gardening. I have 1 acre of flowering trees and coconuts, and I really enjoy watching things grow and to see. So I'm planning to maybe have hydroponic tomatoes on my terrace and really enjoy being with nature. And I also want to spend some time with my family. We have 3 grandchildren in the US, so we have missed out on lots of the things as a child grows. Hopefully now we have more time for that. And also, I still love patients and clinical work, so I may go to a campus close to Vellore in a place called Chittoor and help with the secondary care institution.